Thank you, Ms. Law. Next, Amnesty International, Mr. Robert Garden, Asia Pacific Campaign Coordinator, please.
Good afternoon, honourable members of the panel. Amnesty International's research shows that the practice by placement agencies in Hong Kong of illegally charging excessive fees, paying less than the minimum allowable wage and confiscating the passport of migrant domestic workers is widespread. Agencies are able to act in this way as the government's systems of monitoring, investigating and prosecuting unscrupulous agents is inadequate. The regular monitoring of agencies is not thorough or well enough resourced to spot these human and labour rights abuses. Without a law specifically on trafficking for labour exploitation and forced labour, the sanctions available do not reflect the serious nature of the abuses being committed. Instead, the government has put the onus on the worker to provide an unrealistic level of evidence to trigger an investigation, evidence that the agencies and loan companies are adept at hiding. When a worker does make an individual complaint, government regulations act as a disincentive to pursue that claim. Unable to work, lacking an income and somewhere to live for at least 3 months, many understandably decide to leave instead. The result is that many agencies feel they can act with virtual impunity. This state of affairs means that the Hong Kong government has failed in its responsibilities under international law to prevent the trafficking of migrant domestic workers for exploitation and forced labour. The government must urgently establish a robust and adequately resourced monitoring system that allows for proactive investigation of placement agencies suspected of abuses. Those found to be involved in trafficking for labour exploitation must face adequate punishment that reflects the serious nature of the crime. Cooperation with the Indonesian government on these cross-border crimes will be essential. Support must be provided to those workers who file complaints, including allowing them to work whilst their case is going on, and providing assistance in regard to food and shelter in the interim. The Hong Kong government has been criticised by the UN and in the US State Department's Trafficking in Persons report for not doing enough to combat trafficking. In particular, the government was criticised for its reluctance to take steps towards ratifying the UN Trafficking Protocol. Therefore, Amnesty International also urges the government to extend as a matter of priority the UN Trafficking Protocol to the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Thank you.